My name is Rachel Kim. I'm the Vice President of Marketing at Wonolo, and I'm based here in San Francisco. So my career really has been based here in San Francisco and in Silicon Valley, helping to build brands from the ground up at growth stage startups. I actually started my career at Google, and then ever since have really been focusing my efforts in terms of really helping brands from the very beginning establish their point of view, their corporate narrative, and thinking about how to bring the brand to life through marketing activities. In particular, one of my big focus areas has really been around helping to serve underserved populations. And that's a really key theme to what brought me to Wonolo. I think the mission to serve folks that are underemployed, to help people get a leg up, to earn new responsibilities through hard work. I just love the ethos of the company. And this is something that I think really helped me to gravitate towards the company from the very beginning. Interestingly, before Wonolo, I was actually a startup entrepreneur myself. I created a cosmetics brand, and a few years ago, we were selected to be part of Pop Sugar's must-have box, which meant that we had to increase our production very, very quickly. And because of that, I needed some help. I really did. I had to get all this done really quickly. And a friend of mine at the time said, "Hey, you should check out Wonolo. I heard that they can really help people when they need extra hands on deck for various activities." And so I actually came across Wonolo very early on. The company was still in its first year of existence. And I actually used Wonolo to get workers to help me to fulfill my order and get those boxes out on time to meet that deadline. So it's really funny now being here a couple of years later and seeing how far the company has grown, but also some of those core things about the company haven't changed whatsoever. And I just love that about Wonolo. As much as we've changed, I think we've always been really true to our mission and our vision and who we're serving. And that is really what makes me get up every morning and be excited to be here. When I have to make a difficult decision, I always remind myself to take a step back and to evaluate the situation objectively. Take that deep breath, think about, is this actually as big of a deal as it seems, or is it going to be okay? And I think because I've spent most of my career at startups, one of the things that's become very clear to me over many years of experience is nothing's ever as big of a deal as it seems in the moment. So it's always important to take a step back, but then have conviction about the next step. And especially in startups, you don't have a lot of cycles to really evaluate every single option. You can't always analyze all the data. The data may not even exist yet. So you do need to be able to have confidence in a direction, stay focused on that confidence, stay focused on that direction, and really see how that proceeds. But then always, of course, having that balance between having conviction, but also that flexibility and that ability to pivot as needed when things don't go as planned. So I think it's about staying on your toes, but then also knowing that no matter what, everything is going to be okay. You know, we're not necessarily every single day of our lives, we're in it. And so it always feels like it's going to be really hard. But, you know, I always find after a good night's sleep that the next day I can feel refreshed and know that it's not as big of a deal as it is in that single moment. So I think giving yourself space for reflection, giving yourself space to actually take that step back is critical in terms of being able to make tough decisions at startups. So life advice. Mine's really simple. The life advice I give people is really important to have a life outside of work. As much as it always seems like you should be working constantly and there's always something to be done, and that is true. I do believe that having chances to step out of the workforce or step out of the office and do something else for yourself is critical. It's a marathon, not a sprint. I always say that. It's a marathon. You need to pace yourself. You need to be prepared for the next mile, the next chapter. This is just one chapter in a long book. So finding that time, for me, it's about spending time with my family outside of work. I'm a mom to 2 boys. I have 2 dogs. So it's really important that I get to be home with them every night, to be able to put them to bed, spend time with my family. And then, you know, if I need to, I'll get back online, but just giving myself that distance, that space, that ability to unwind and be a full person. And, you know, even if you're not a parent, finding time to work out, meditate, yoga, whatever it is that gets you centered, gets you grounded, do it. And come back to work and you'll feel like you've made a lot of progress in terms of actually getting distance. And sometimes distance gives you clarity as well. So that's really important. And so I think for me, it's just about live your full holistic life. Don't think about everything as compartmentalized as I'm only in work mode or I'm only in life mode, but leave time and energy for both of those sort of areas of your life and see how you can incorporate them so it feels authentic to you. It's really important. So if you really knew me, you would know that I love to win. And I don't mean this in a way of win at all costs, but I am a competitive person. I do want to give it my all every day. I go in head first, and I hope that people around me really see that. It's about bringing enthusiasm, but also, what is the legacy you want to leave behind? And I always say, for me, it's about showing up for the places and the spaces that I want, and really being able to give that as much of my attention as I can in that particular moment, and really trying to be really invested in it. And I'm just not somebody that can go at 80%. Like, that's just not me. I'm 100% all in all the time. And I think people who know me well know that you're never going to take the competitiveness out of me. I love to win, and I want to win. And it's part of the reason why I think it's really fun to be at Winola, because I feel like there are a lot of like-minded people that really want to win and are motivated to disrupt well-entrenched players and are willing to have those tough battles, because it's not easy, but we like to win. We win together, and that's the fun. And winning is a team sport. So when I win, it's about winning together and not as an individual.